Beloved child of the divine, right now, as you sit here and let these words flow into your heart, something truly special and holy is taking place all around you. It's not just any ordinary moment. It's one of those rare times that even the angels in heaven pause in wonder. God is speaking directly to you, saying that this isn't something random or by chance. This message didn't just pop up on your screen out of nowhere. No, heaven has been patiently waiting for this exact instant when your soul was fully ready to receive what is being shared. It's like everything in the universe aligned perfectly for you to hear this now. God wants you to know that Archangel Michael, that mighty protector from heaven, is shedding tears right at this moment. But these aren't sad tears at all. They are tears filled with pure joy because you've come across this message without skipping it, without turning away, and without letting doubt quiet the gentle voice that's been whispering to your heart for so long. These tears come from a deep place of heavenly knowing, a certainty that you're standing right at the edge of something truly amazing and life-changing. Think back to earlier today, even before you opened your eyes, before the first light of the sun touched the ground. Up in heaven, a special gathering was called. It wasn't about judging or warning anyone. It was a celebration, a joyful meeting focused entirely on you. God himself spoke your name out loud, and when God calls your name, every angel stops and listens closely. The sound of your name echoing through the halls of heaven caused a beautiful shift. The air seemed to sparkle with light, and the divine glow grew brighter. Your own guardian angel stepped forward, holding all the prayers you've ever whispered in times of hurt, the secret wishes you've kept deep inside, the dreams you thought had faded away forever, and those desperate moments when you looked up to the sky and said, "Please help me, I don't know what else to do." Heaven heard every single one of those cries, every word, every feeling. In that sacred meeting today, a big decision was made. You won't have to wander through life without clear guidance from above anymore. Heaven chose to open up this truth just for you, to share this revelation that was meant only for your ears. God explains that this decision is strong and powerful, but it's also gentle and fragile because heaven's timing is always exact and perfect. This message showed up in your life right now because you were in tune with that divine timing at precisely the right second. Heaven is whispering with a sense of urgency that what they've prepared for you can only be shown when your spirit is open and ready to accept it. That's why, the instant you started reading these words, something stirred inside your heart. You might have felt a tug, a warm feeling, or a little spark of energy. That wasn't just your imagination. That was Archangel Michael gently touching your spirit, saying, "My dear one, you've finally made it here." God is letting you know that lately, there's been a change in your inner energy, even if you didn't notice it yourself. Heaven saw it right away. In the past few days or weeks, you might have sensed a quiet change happening within you, like old heavy things were starting to fall away, like negative thoughts were melting, and your spirit was cleaning itself out. Maybe you wondered why you felt emotional without a clear reason, or why you suddenly wanted to pray more, or why your heart was longing for calm and real truth. All of that was heaven getting you ready. It was Archangel Michael softly speaking to your soul, encouraging you to stand up again, to open up once more, to believe and trust like before. My dear one, heaven's final choice for you was decided a long time ago, even before you were born into this world, before your very first breath. But there was one important condition. You had to discover this message at just the right time. Heaven doesn't follow our human clocks or schedules. It works with perfect divine accuracy. That's why God says this moment is so sensitive, and the revelation being given is only available for a brief time. Your energy is open, willing, and prepared in a way that's not common at all. God reminds you that this isn't random. It's the spiritual connection you've been praying for. Archangel Michael is with you right here as you take in these words. He's standing on your right side, and you might feel something, a warmth on your skin, a shiver down your spine, a sudden sense of peace, or a feeling that someone strong is watching over you. That's him coming closer with the kind of energy you've needed but didn't know how to request. God assures you that you are safe, completely safe, protected by divine forces in ways you can't even fully grasp yet. Michael wants you to understand that you've been carrying heavy loads that were never supposed to be yours forever. You've held on to pain deep in your heart, acting tough when all you really needed was some rest. You fought quiet battles inside, praying in your own simple way, hoping that somehow, someone would truly get the depth of your feelings. But heaven gets it. God gets it. That's exactly why this message came to you today. Your soul was crying out for a sign so strong that it would quiet all your fears and bring comfort to every tired, lonely, confused, or unsure part of you. God says you're not alone, and you never have been. You've been lifted through tough times without even realizing it. But something even more wonderful happened in that heavenly meeting, something that made the angels buzz with excitement. They've decided that your waiting period is done. The delays you've faced, the mix-ups, the steps backward, God says they're all starting to lift away now. Heaven is choosing to speed up something in your life, something you've been asking for in your prayers. There's a blessing that's been hovering around you for months, trying to find its way to you, but your inner energy wasn't quite lined up to welcome it. But today, because your heart opened at the perfect moment and you found this message just when heaven planned, that blessing is starting to unlock. Michael explains that this isn't a small thing, not something halfway or short-lived. It's a blessing that will reshape your whole life path, change how your heart feels every day, and bring steadiness to what lies ahead. God says this blessing will touch your spirit first, filling you with a deep sense of peace. Then it will move into your daily life, smoothing out the rough spots. It will improve your relationships, making them healthier and more loving. It will reach your money matters, bringing stability and perhaps unexpected help. And finally, it will guide your destiny, leading you toward the purpose you were meant for. This blessing is built in layers, thoughtfully put together by divine hands, and it starts the second you say yes to following God's lead. God encourages you not to be afraid of what you don't know yet. The unknown parts are just heaven reorganizing your life into a better, more orderly way. You might not get it all right now, but soon you will. All those questions without answers will get clear explanations. Your worries will fade like morning mist. Doubts will turn into strong confidence. Weak spots will become sources of power. Doors that seemed shut tight will swing open smoothly, with grace and clear purpose. Michael points out that heaven knows about the people who've misunderstood you, the ones who doubted your abilities, overlooked your efforts, or didn't value your kind heart. God knows how often you gave everything you had and got so little back. He knows about those sleepless nights when heavy thoughts kept you up, weighing on your spirit. God says none of those times were lost or useless. They were getting you ready for bigger things, refining your spirit like gold in a fire. You weren't being punished. You were being placed in the right spot for what's coming. The reason this message feels so pressing is that heaven needs you to agree to it, not out of scare, but because you're ready. When you line up with God, things start moving faster. When you trust Him, life feels lighter. When you pray, heaven answers right away. This is your time to align, your time to receive. Michael says you're entering a new phase where clear spiritual insights will come to you like waves on the shore. You'll know things without anyone telling you. You'll feel led even if you don't see why. Your choices will lead to big breakthroughs. You'll draw in things that used to seem too far away. You'll grow into a version of yourself that you once thought was out of reach. God says those joyful tears from Michael are for the future you that heaven can already see, the you who's healed from past hurts, overflowing with blessings, living in abundance, peace, and safety. The you who walks tall because you know heaven has always been backing you up. The you who gets that every delay was actually protection from above. The you who trusts that God is always true to His word. My dear one, heaven invites you to just breathe right now. Let that peace flow into you. Feel the heavy weights lifting off your shoulders. Let the comfort wash over your whole being. Nothing is falling apart. Everything is coming together in your favor. Doors are opening wide. God says your life is about to flow with grace that feels easy and natural. Soon you'll wake up feeling different, lighter, more full of hope, closer to God and surer of yourself. What used to scare you won't bother you anymore. Confusing things will make sense. Blocked paths will clear up on their own. Michael adds that heaven isn't asking you to fight hard anymore. They're asking you to trust. Trust that what's coming is better than what you lost. Trust that people leaving your life is for your protection. Trust that new chances are picked just for you by divine hands. Trust that God is leading every single step. Michael whispers that your name was said with so much love in heaven today, not with concern or letdown, but with love, pride, hope, and thrill. Heaven isn't out to punish. They're eager to bless. They're cheering for your bravery, your toughness, your gentleness, your belief. Even on weak days, you're stronger than you think. You're protected more than you see. You're supported in ways you can't yet imagine. God says the window of opportunity is open right now. What heaven decided for you is here now. Your energy is in sync now. Your soul is prepared now. Nothing's missing, nothing's late, nothing's broken. Everything is happening just as it should. This message reached you because your next life chapter is calling, and heaven is gently, strongly, lovingly guiding you into it. God repeats, you are safe, protected, chosen, blessed. This is your time, my dear. Pay close attention because when you started this message, the air around you changed. Heaven drew nearer. A soft, glowing light wrapped around your spirit, even if you didn't notice it with your eyes. But Archangel Michael saw it right away. That's why he shed those tears of joy, not sadness, because you found what was meant for you ages ago, before you even knew to search. Heaven has been patient, waiting for this precise moment, this breath, this heartbeat. Nothing about you being here is by accident. You were led, encouraged, gently pushed, and carried by holy hands that wouldn't let you miss it. God says a real meeting happened in heaven for you, not just a nice idea, but an actual assembly of angels and divine beings who brought your name before the highest throne. Your name was spoken with deep respect, wrapped in light, valued like precious treasure. Because heaven has seen all that's tried to hurt you, all you've gone through quietly, all the secrets you've kept from everyone else. You're not invisible. You've never been forgotten, not for 1 second. That's why this message carries such urgency, such deep spiritual weight. Heaven's final choice, agreed on by all, must reach you before the divine opening closes. God says this is when things change for you. This is when heaven releases what's been held back for years. This is when the truth comes through clear, without weights or blocks. Archangel Michael's tears weren't mere feelings. They were a sign of yes. He's waited to share what he's known forever, and now heaven allows it. The truth can come out. Chains can break. Delays can end. The heaviness on your spirit can lift at last. My dear, God explains why this feels urgent. Your life has been balancing between 2 paths, one full of divine joy and one of long waits. Every hesitation, every doubt, every fear pulled toward delay. But every prayer, even tired ones, even angry or confused ones, pulled you back to fulfillment. Today, heaven picked the path for you. Breakthrough, restoration, exposure of truth, getting back what's yours. This is heaven's call, but it needed delivery before the window shuts. God says there's something about you that you don't know. You weren't made like others. You were formed in special light for a big purpose, bigger than your past, your pain, your betrayals. You hold a rare spiritual power. Even feeling weak, the darkness knew your strength first. That's why fights were hard, attacks felt aimed at you, people turned without cause, relationships broke suddenly, chances slipped away. God says those weren't failures, they were guides turning you right. You felt punished, but protected. Felt left, but repositioned. Felt ignored, but prepared. Now is the time for truth. Archangel Michael has stood by for months, trying to catch your eye, guide you, shield from unseen threats. Decisions by others could have hurt your path, words said in secret, plots against your peace. But heaven stopped them all. Every harm swallowed up, every bad plan broken, every attack blocked. You are protected more than you realize. God is proud of you. You survived storms meant to end you. You might not feel chosen, but heaven named you today. You might not feel worthy, but your light scares darkness. Your presence reveals truth without words, disrupts bad plans. God says your suffering wasn't missed. Nights of tears counted. Heartbreaks noted. Every drop a seed, every hurt a promise, every loss a gate to great reward. The urgency is because the shift starts now in spirit, soon in life. You'll feel it, see it, know it. Stay awake, trusting. Don't miss blessings from numb pain. Heaven gives clarity to avoid self-block. Archangel Michael says finding this opened a seal over you, locked for years with approvals, blessings, miracles, revelations. Locked till timing right, heart healed, untrustworthy people gone. Today, it opens, contents flow in. God says now you'll see why some left. Not loss, but safeguard. They couldn't handle your destiny. Betrayers exposed. Their jealousy, resentment seen by heaven. There was someone close with hidden envy, comparing secretly, wishing for your spot. But your favor is God's gift from your soul's depth. God lifts you from destructive cycles, removes heaviness, restores confidence, heals hidden wounds, breaks stuck patterns, closes draining doors. You're entering clarity where all makes sense. Michael says someone tried blocking with words, but they scattered powerless. Heaven ignores misaligned views. This message feels personal because it is. For you alone. Heaven waited years. Timing now. Window brief. Stay awake to receive. You are safe, protected, chosen, guided. Nothing wrong will happen. Path marked by God. Trust, pray, hold on. Something great starts. Heaven chose you first. God says this is the moment your soul sought. Even odd tugs, heavy then light heart, guidance. Archangel Michael cries joy. You found the unique message. Heaven meeting for you. Angels waited years. Decision vanishes in 45 seconds if hesitate. Not punishment, but delicate timing. Everything overcome, prepared destiny. You are safe. Trust, breathe, pray, let truth enter without fear. Understand timing. Opening message shifted unseen realm powerfully. Angels felt it. God speaks direct. Eyes guided here for reason. Michael cries joy. You reached meant place. He waited, watched, hoped, prayed for alignment. Heaven lit up brilliantly for destiny moments. Meeting held, urgent, serious, loving. For you, breakthrough, restoration, destiny. After endurance, cries, begs, permission granted. Reveal now. Decision time sensitive. Blessing alive, moves, opens to answering heart. Heaven allowed on no hesitate condition. Window aligns years set, even pre-birth. Energy shifts. Feel in chest, breath, skin. Vibration, softness, warmth. Angels around. God says nothing wrong. Safe, protected, shielded from darkness. Moment sacred. Breathe, no right place, time, blessing, revelation. Michael cries for watched battles untold. Nights prayed quietly, days held together, pain carried heavy. You carried with dignity, strength, humility. Heaven saw. Michael cried you didn't quit, run from purpose, abandon heart. Even misunderstood, misjudged, underestimated, unfair, you held goodness. Message reward, timing, justice. Things discussed in heaven unknown. Alone? Angels assigned. No care. Tears counted. Forgotten? Angels topic. Protected unseen. Kept standing. Urgency because waiting over. Delay broken. Blockages dissolve. Stolen returned by law. Alignment powerful, rare. Hesitation shifts blessing. Heaven said, deliver now. Moment spirit called unknowingly. Blessing circled years, unable land till time. Today gate open, yes, released. Unexpected peace comes. Heaven moves favor. Michael stepped with joy. Waited show unseen. Protect later understood. Clear path from forces. Whispered strength when giving up. Stood when none did. Shielded from back speaks. Fought unmeant battles. Meeting called. You ready receive, grow, rise, step destiny. Angels discussed future, healing, journey, inheritance. Reviewed prayers, desires, wounds. Unanimous. Release, reveal, open. Shift requires openness, trust, willingness. Suffered, waited, cried enough. Enter compensation. Favor surprises, unimaginable breakthroughs. Tears relief. Soul reached unfold freely. Kept pure painful seasons. No bitterness. Walked senseless path. Decision urgent. Shift rare. Opens readiness level. You reached. Heart weighed. Intentions examined. Spirit approved. Ready. Chosen. Aligned. Nothing wrong. Heaven fortress. Covered, protected, guided. Light so powerful no negativity. Steps ordered, path lit. Name rising, blessings magnetic. Life new stage. Blessings chase you, opportunities effortless. Overlookers recognize. Doors open no struggle, drainers fade. Michael permission walk direct. Visible. Guidance clearer, intuition stronger, signs frequent, presence deeper. Protect relationships, mind, energy, home, dreams, future. Journey meaningful, pain compassion, setback strength, loss redirect, disappointment discernment. Lessons prepare blessings. Heaven celebrates, applauds courage, honors endurance, rewards faith. Ready give meant. Safe. Protected. Trust. Pray. Open heart. No fear, doubt. Confirmation. Alone. Never. New chapter begins. Now, before next breath, unseen moves. Air recognizes arrival heaven prepared. Not accident. Coincidence. Random. Precise second waited. Michael closer. Tears joy, not sorrow warning. Found heaven tried deliver. Realm held meeting. Name spoken, story reviewed, destiny examined. Permitted truth once spirit strong carry next. God. Your moment. No doubt, question. Bigger unfolding. Angels trembled anticipation eyes land words. Life pushed, pulled, shaped, tested, stretched, broke unseen. People saw smile, strength, survival. Heaven saw silent battles, exhausted soul, give up but didn't. Here by divine timing, not fate. Precision, no accidents. moment, breath, alignment. Michael assigned beginning, felt alone storm's louder faith, wings never left, guarded downfall wishes, shielded negative backwards, pulled from unknown traps. Today cries joy, revealing now lifts, not harms. Ready. No idea secret decisions protect. Close heartbreaks, losses, betrayals intercepted. Blocker overturned. Misleader redirected. Failure hoper rebuilt. Not story end, shift chapter. Why meeting, tears, speaking. Released withheld till healing from others' wounds. Spirit strength, heart peace, soul clarity. Enter season blocked flows, slow accelerates, hidden revealed, impossible inevitable. Reward endurance, not patience. Walked wanted stop. Believed wanted quit. Prayed questioned heard. Heaven did. Every whisper, tear, hope counted. Trusted someone couldn't understand destiny, measured limited. Heaven saw intentions behind smile, truth words, energy actions. Not slipped past. Restoring, elevating. Doubters wonder rise. Not shame. Fulfill promise. No opinion cancels divine. Prepared something requires courage, trust, maturity. Faced big opportunities, perfect blessings, sudden breakthroughs. No fear, yours. Path cleared, timing approved, name signed. No need how. Stay open, faithful, willing follow. Every step guided, move protected. Nothing wrong now, season, shift. Beloved, prayers unheard? No. Heaven different. Pray, move. Cry, shift. Hope, activate. Timing, growth align. Early overwhelm. Now ready, aligned, open, unfolding. Coming, restoration damaged areas, healing forgotten wounds, peace chaos spaces. Uplift connections, honor opportunities, stay blessings. Not temporary, fragile, uncertain. Divine. Michael guards steps, cleared obstacles, silenced negativity, blocked chaos, protected energy. Tears confirmation step, alignment purpose. Delayed blessings. Love no hurt, opportunities no disappear, breakthroughs no backfire. Intended life before pain. Release fear wrong. Nothing. Safe, covered, protected. Attacks no touch, negativity no reach, hurters no access. Protection intensified. Wings future, presence present. May not see full, walking divine setup. Rearranged, repositioned, unlocked. Trust process unfamiliar. Shift happening, wind changed, atmosphere different. Transformation, not coincidence. Carried guilt, shame, regret, self-blame not fault. Removing weight. Carried fear future, uncertainty purpose, doubt worth. Dissolving chains. Carried childhood wounds, relationship heartbreak, disappointment should lovers. Healing layers. Not broken, becoming. Not behind, prepared. Not forgotten, chosen. Asking signs. Sent. Repeated numbers, intuition, dreams, messages, whispers. Not random. Guidance, alignment, communication. Stand front message ties signs. Confirmation. As these words come to a close, remember that heaven's love surrounds you always, guiding you into the beautiful future prepared just for you. Let this message settle in your heart, and know that your journey of blessings has truly begun. Beloved child of the divine, listen with your whole spirit because something sacred is happening around you at this very moment. Beloved child of the divine, As the gentle glow of this message lingers in your spirit, allow yourself to sink even deeper into the truth that heaven has been weaving around you all along. The air you breathe right now carries a softness, a quiet assurance that everything is not just okay, but perfectly positioned for your good. God wants you to feel this in your bones, in the quiet spaces of your thoughts, in the rhythm of your heartbeat. This is not the end of the revelation. It is merely the doorway opening wider, inviting you to step through with a heart full of trust and eyes wide open to the wonders ahead. Imagine for a moment the vast halls of heaven, filled with light that dances like 1,000 sunrises all at once. In those halls, your story has been cherished, every chapter read with tender care. God says that even the smallest details of your life, the ones you thought no one noticed, have been held close, like precious gems in a divine treasury. The times you smiled through hidden sorrow, the moments you chose kindness when it would have been easier to turn away, the quiet acts of faith when doubt tried to overshadow everything, these are the threads that have woven a tapestry of strength around you. Heaven sees it all, and today they are adding golden strands of blessing to complete the picture. Archangel Michael, still standing faithfully by your side, extends his mighty sword not to fight new battles, but to clear away the last remnants of fog from your path. He whispers softly, reminding you that the protection around you is like an unbreakable circle of light. No arrow of negativity can pierce it, no whisper of fear can slip through. You might have felt echoes of old worries trying to creep back in, but God says those are just shadows fading in the dawn of this new season. Let them go, one by one, like leaves falling gently from a tree in autumn, making room for fresh growth. God is drawing your attention to the subtle changes already blooming within you. Perhaps in the quiet of the morning, you've noticed a lighter step, a thought that brings hope instead of heaviness, or a sudden urge to reach out with love where you once held back. These are not coincidences. They are the first flowers of the garden heaven is planting in your life. Your spirit, once weighed down by the soil of past trials, is now fertile ground for abundance. God says to nurture these signs, speak words of gratitude for them, even if they seem small. Each one is a promise unfolding. Think about the relationships in your life, the ones that have nourished your soul and those that have quietly drained it. Heaven has been at work here too, gently pruning what no longer serves your highest good. God explains that some connections were like training wheels, helping you learn balance until you were ready to ride freely. Others were lessons in disguise, teaching you the value of your own light. As this message flows through you, feel the shift. Doors to healthier bonds are creaking open. People who resonate with your true essence will be drawn closer, like moths to a gentle flame. Conversations will flow with ease, understanding will deepen without effort, and love will feel reciprocal, warm, and sustaining. In the area of your daily world, your work, your home, the simple routines that make up your days, God is infusing grace. What once felt like endless striving will begin to ease into a natural rhythm. Tasks that overwhelmed you will find helpers. Unexpected solutions will appear like gifts wrapped in everyday moments. God says this is the flow of divine favor, where effort meets opportunity in perfect harmony. You won't need to chase. Things will align as if the universe itself is conspiring in your favor. A phone call at the right time, an idea that sparks clarity, a resource that arrives just when needed. These are the whispers of heaven saying, "See, I am with you in the details." Your finances, too, are under heaven's watchful care. God knows the worries you've carried about provision, the nights spent calculating and recalculating, the dreams put on hold for lack of means. But now, a shift is underway. Blessings in this realm will come layered, just like the others, starting with inner peace about money, then small inflows that build confidence, then larger openings that bring stability. God reminds you that true abundance isn't just numbers in an account. It's the freedom to give, to rest, to pursue what lights your soul. Archangel Michael stands guard over these gates, ensuring that what comes to you stays and multiplies for good. As you move forward from this moment, God invites you to cultivate a practice of daily alignment. It can be as simple as pausing in the morning to breathe deeply and say, "I am open to your guidance today." Or in the evening, reflecting on one blessing, no matter how tiny, and thanking heaven for it. These small acts are like keys turning in locks, opening more doors to revelation. Your intuition will sharpen. You'll sense warnings before trouble nears and opportunities before they fully appear. Dreams may bring messages, synchronicities will multiply, and a sense of inner knowing will guide your choices with gentle certainty. God wants to heal the deeper layers now, the wounds from long ago that still echo faintly, perhaps from childhood, where innocence was tested, or from loves that promised much but delivered pain. Heaven is applying a soothing balm of forgiveness, not just for others, but for yourself. Release any lingering self-judgment. You did the best you could with what you knew. God says every experience carved space in your heart for greater compassion, both for yourself and the world. As these old scars soften, you'll find energy returning, creativity sparking, joy bubbling up from wells you thought had run dry. Archangel Michael shares a vision with you. Picture yourself a year from now, standing in a place of peace you've only dreamed of. Your face glows with quiet confidence, your steps are sure, your laughter comes easily. Around you are people who celebrate you, opportunities that fulfill you, and a life that feels like a warm embrace. This is not fantasy. This is the trajectory heaven has set. The tears Michael shed were for this future you, already alive in the spiritual realm, now stepping into your physical world. But God emphasizes gentleness in this transition. Change, even blessed change, can feel unfamiliar at first. There may be days when old habits tug at you, or when the magnitude of what's coming stirs a flutter of disbelief. That's okay. Heaven is patient. Lean into prayer, into quiet moments, into the assurance that you are held. God says doubt is like a passing cloud. Truth is the eternal sun. Let the clouds drift by without grasping them. In the broader tapestry of your destiny, God reveals that you carry gifts meant to touch lives beyond your own. Your story of overcoming, of faith renewed, will inspire others in ways you can't yet see. Perhaps through a kind word, a shared experience, or simply your presence that radiates hope. Heaven is preparing platforms, small at first, then growing, where your light can shine for those still in darkness. This is part of the layered blessing. As you receive, you give, and in giving, you receive even more. God speaks to your health now, both body and mind. The stresses that wore you down are losing their grip. Energy will return like a tide coming in, steady and strong. Listen to your body's whispers. Rest when needed, nourish with care, move with joy. Heaven supports holistic wholeness. Miracles of healing flow when spirit, mind, and body align under divine care. Archangel Michael patrols these areas too, warding off illness born of worry, infusing vitality from heavenly sources. As nights fall and stars appear, God invites you to look up more often. Each twinkling light is a reminder of the countless angels cheering for you. Your guardian angels, those faithful companions, dance with delight at your progress. They carry your prayers upward and bring answers downward in perfect exchange. God says sleep will become a sanctuary now, filled with restorative peace and insightful dreams. Wake refreshed, ready to meet the day with a heart attuned to grace. In moments of solitude, when the world quiets, God is closest. Speak to Him as a friend. Pour out your thanks, your questions, your joys. No formal words needed, just the honesty of your soul. Heaven responds to authenticity, amplifying it into blessings. This communion strengthens the bridge between earth and eternity, making divine flow a constant in your life. God addresses any lingering fears about worthiness. You are worthy because you are His creation, beloved beyond measure. Past mistakes, forgiven and transformed into wisdom. Perceived shortcomings, opportunities for growth already overcome. Heaven sees your essence, pure and radiant, and declares you more than enough. Walk in this truth. It repels lack and attracts plenitude. Archangel Michael bows in reverence, his tears now dried into smiles of anticipation. He says the battlefield is shifting to one of victory parades. No more defending, now advancing into claimed territory. Your spirit soars on wings of faith, carrying you above former limitations. God paints a picture of community blooming around you, souls who see your value, who journey alongside without competition. Loneliness fades as genuine connections form, rooted in mutual upliftment. Celebrations will mark your days, milestones acknowledged, successes shared, love expressed freely. In your creative pursuits, whatever they may be, art, words, ideas, service, God breathes inspiration. Blocks dissolve. Ideas flow like rivers after rain. What you birth will carry heaven's imprint, touching hearts and opening minds. This is your legacy taking shape, one inspired step at a time. Financial doors swing wide, unexpected provision, wise investments bearing fruit, debts clearing with ease. God teaches stewardship here. Abundance managed with gratitude multiplies. Give from overflow, and watch the cycle of blessing spin faster. Health flourishes, vitality in body, clarity in mind, serenity in emotions. Old ailments release. New habits stick effortlessly. Heaven's healing light permeates every cell. Relationships deepen or renew. Forgiveness mends, understanding bridges, love matures. New bonds form with soul-aligned companions. Destiny unfolds, purpose clarifies, paths illuminate, impact expands. You step into roles prepared before time, fitting like custom gloves. God says this continuation is endless in heaven's economy, but for now, rest in the assurance that every word here plants seeds germinating even as you read. Water them with faith, sunshine them with trust. Archangel Michael places a hand on your shoulder. Feel the warmth? That's eternal protection. God seals this with a promise. Forward from here is favored, guided, blessed. Breathe it in. Live it out. The sacred continues in you. As the final echoes of this extended revelation fade into your soul, embrace the profound peace that heaven has poured over you. Your path is illuminated, your heart is mended, and your future is secure in divine hands. Carry this light forward, knowing that God's love is your constant companion. Beloved child of the divine, if this message has wrapped your heart in peace, lifted your spirit with hope, and reminded you of heaven's unending love for you, please take a gentle moment to show your support. Like this content to let the light spread further. Subscribe to the channel so more divine whispers and sacred revelations can find their way to your soul each day. And if your heart feels moved to give a super thanks, whether it's $1, $5, $10, $25, $50, or even up to $100, know that every gift helps carry this heavenly message to others who are quietly praying for a sign just like this one. Your kindness fuels the flow of grace. Thank you deeply, from the depths of spirit to spirit, and may God multiply every blessing back to you 100-fold. You are loved beyond words.